When people come into our space, they usually walk in like, oh, hey, what's up? And then they'll look to the side and be like, what the? And it's like immediately very impactful and hopefully very transformative. You walk 5 steps in and you're just in another zone completely. I'm Chatham, and this is my handmade home in Birmingham, Alabama. Well, initially when we got this space, I was going for like a 1970s Scarface, ultra modern look, which immediately like got the can. I realized that I had too much stuff to be even like aspiring to that look. It's just ridiculous. Like this cabinet has some fun junk in it. Practical, sensible brown dress with glasses for day-to-day wear. So in the past, I used to have a boutique called Charm, and it was one of several boutiques that I've owned. I would go to a ton of estate sales, ostensibly to be looking for the shop, but let's face it, like the really good stuff, I would say like, oh, this is great for Charm, and then I would, of course, bring it home and hoard it and add it to the collection of knick-knack paddywhack that you see before you to this very day. I grew up on Long Island. I collected things on the beach because I was basically a hoarder in training from like day one. They were like treasures. I mean, they felt like mermaid's treasures or something. And I still, if I see a beautiful shell at an estate sale or in an antique mall or something like that, I'll get it. Oh, this guy here is Percy, no big deal. I don't know how Percy went out, but I know he went out a while ago, and I always kind of wanted to pet a fox. He feels really nice. There are so many things about the things that I pick that I respond to. If it's ridiculous, I love that. If it's ghoulish a little, love that. Just out and out dumb, I love that. If it's super unusual, if it's made with very labor-intensive processes, if it's kind of a lost art, anything glittery, anything sparkly, anything kind of talismanic, it just sends me. I mean, I just love it. When I travel, I like to pack like a ridiculously small amount of stuff in a suitcase that fits under the seat, and then I bring empty collapsible bags to carry home. So going there, I'm packing like a ninja, and coming home, I'm like just loaded down with extra bags and carry-ons and having to check suitcases and all that kind of stuff. This guy is, he's an African fetish figure, mostly from China, found it in Mexico from the flea market in Paris. And I walked around the flea market like 4 times. You never know what you're gonna find. And the idea of being open to it and not only getting a cool souvenir, but getting a beautiful object as well is really exciting to me. So the gallery wall was a giant pain in the ass to hang. It's my favorite DIY project of this place, because if I sit down, every time I look, I notice something else that's sort of thrilling or ridiculous or silly or funny. It's taken probably 6 months to get to this point. It took a long time. Believe it or not, there was actually editing involved. For every single thing that's out, there's probably another thing to match it that's jammed into storage in the basement, or jammed up in a closet, or just jammed up where anything is jammable. And cooking doesn't really happen up in this piece. So this guy is a pretty handy dandy storage spot for stuff that I'll never use, but is extremely fancy. So basically, this is a fancy paperweight and a storage box. I've always been a big fan of books. I didn't collect them for their color. I just happen to have so many books that I eventually could arrange them by color. It's kind of like trying to make a lot of sense out of nonsense. So to create zones within the loft, I just tried to do it through like furniture groupings, and this area that we're sitting in has the rugs, and that kind of zones it out as like kind of a chill out relaxation zone. So I think the only way to like make it look comprehensive is to group like stuff with like, and to limit the palette, because I feel like since I'm not willing to edit my stuff so much, I have to edit something about it. When people are in here, I definitely want them to feel first welcome, second kind of transformed, third, it would be kind of cool if they felt curious. Like I want them to walk around and look at these things because I enjoy walking around and looking at all these amazing things. And if they want to open cabinets or open drawers or open whatever they want to look at, they can look at. It's all kind of joyful, even if it's not terribly well organized or if it's a messy drawer. It's still fun to look. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys again. Bye.